Looking for a one-stop shop for all your outdoor fun?
Well, stay tuned and we're going to give you a tour of Carvins Cove right now. Hey everybody, and welcome. It's Hal Cohn.
And Chris Cohn. We're with Cohn Realty Group.
If this is your first time to our channel, 100th time to our channel, 10,000th time to our channel, if you've watched it that many times and you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do that right now and click that notification icon so that you're notified each and every time we release a new video about living, working, and playing where? In the amazing Roanoke Valley.
That's right. We have folks constantly contacting us saying they want to move to or within Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, and those surrounding areas. So if that's you, your friends, or your family, please reach out to us. We'd love to have a conversation, see if we can answer any questions and help you out. You can call us, text us, or email us.
So we couldn't have asked for a better day to film the availability of outdoor activities here at Carvins Cove for you.
Oh,
Tell them about it.
It's perfect. It's a perfect day. We're going into Labor Day weekend, and we have a reprieve from the summer heat. Although it doesn't get too hot here. It still gets hot and humid at times.
Oh, I was going to say, we have had a hot summer this year,
did,
so do tell the truth on that one now. Let's go. I'm going to hold her accountable for y'all.
Well, compared to some places, it's not that hot. But I will say it was a scorcher this summer. And now it feels wonderful. There's a breeze blowing, the sun is shining. I've got a long sleeve shirt on.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm trying to bring fall here faster.
She is, yeah. And I got my Georgia shirt on, if you see that, because we got football season right around the corner. So excited about that. So no bow tie today because we're out and about at the amazing Carvins Cove. So this has been here for 75 years here in the Roanoke Valley as a place for recreation, outdoor activities. And what all can they find here? Oh,
there's tons of stuff we're going to go over with you today, but water sports, hiking, mountain biking, picnicking. Am I missing anything?
Did you say fishing?
Yeah, fishing. Yeah, there's tons of outdoor activities. This is the one-stop shop, like I said, where you're going to find everything you need for outdoor fun. And what I like is that it's the second largest municipal park in America.
Wow!
With over 12,000 acres.
Woo!
So that's a pretty big playground.
Yeah, you've got lots of opportunities here. I mean, we have people moving throughout the country here for the mountain biking for sure. So, but you've also got other things you can do out here too. Minimal fees to do things. And this is a water source for the valley. So they don't let you swim. You can't swim inside of here, and you can't do any drone photography here either. But anyways, I digress. Hope you guys stay tuned, and we will see you soon. Oh, okay, so we're gonna dig into the history right now, which is one of Chris's favorite parts, right?
Yeah.
So she's letting me take the lead just for a minute, and then you're gonna get all the details from her right now.
Yeah.
So with that, we all need to make sure that we are drinking however much water we need to drink every day, right? We need a lot of water. So here in the valley, this is a major water source for us. Over 10 million gallons a day are provided to the residents of the Roanoke Valley from Carvins Cove. So that's why you can't swim in here, because they want to keep it nice and clean when it's coming out and out to the community.
Yeah, that's true. And so this was a man-made reservoir that was completed in 1946, and it was named after William Carvin, who was one of the first settlers of this Hollins area, and we're right now in Roanoke County. So that's good to know, so you know where you are.
Yeah, and we're in North Roanoke County, to be honest with you.
That's true.
So we're like closer to Botetourt, and actually as you're coming through here, you go from Roanoke County to Botetourt County and then back to Roanoke County, to be honest with you, coming down the road the way that we came. So I know that makes sense to all of y'all.
I know, I'm like,
not
that's
at all.
Confusing. And with that being said, there's 3 entrances. There's the marina, which is the most common entrance where we are.
That's where we are today?
Yeah. And then there's Bennett Springs, and that's for trail users. And then that's kind of near McAfee's Knob and Catawba. And then there's Timberview, which is for trail users as well. And that's near Lock Haven Lake. I don't know where that is. I'm going to have to check it out.
Yes.
Do you know where that is?
Not if it's close to Lock Haven.
Yeah.
But don't be telling them about Lock Haven, because that's like a little secret for the folks over in Salem. So you didn't hear that from us.
But so Carvins Cove here contains more than 60 miles of trails for hikers, cyclists, and it's a 600-acre reservoir, so it's perfect for fishing. You really have tons of space to spread out and not be in competition with another angler, if you will. But you can also get in a boat. We're gonna go through all the things that you can do and stay and play here, but that's a little bit of history of the place. I think it's really cool that our drinking water comes from right here.
Yes. So let's fill you in on water sports here at Carvins Cove. You have a plethora of opportunities here, and there are some guidelines and restrictions as far as the boating aspect of it. So
That's right.
you can go fishing here, but then you can actually rent boats here, or you can actually bring your own. And when you bring your own, you want to make sure that your motor on your boat does not go any more than 10 miles an hour. That is a requirement. So you can't have any speed boats in here or anything like that. So this is a place where you want to kind of chill. If you want to go for the speed boats, you want to go down to Smith Mountain Lake for speed boating and skiing and all that stuff.
Jet skiing,
but we're going to talk about Carvins Cove here. Let's get back to subject matter, right?
Yeah, you know, we're actually watching someone set up a sailboat right now, which would be so lovely to watch. Hopefully we can capture him.
It's a
on the
great day
water.
for that, absolutely.
Is.
And behind us you see some kayaks.
Yes.
So those are rentable, right?
Right, and you can bring your own or you can rent, and the rental comes with life jackets and paddles, of course. But
I'm kayaking with my hands.
so I want to tell y'all, I have to brag on myself a little bit.
Oh, you go for it. Yeah, absolutely.
On my bucket list this summer was to try kayaking because I've always wanted to try it. And guess what? I not only did it once, but I did it twice and
Way to
brought
go.
our 9-year-old out here. And we did a double kayak, and it was so much fun. She loved it. We were out here for an hour, and the time flew by, and she wanted to stay for another hour.
Yeah, and like every
So-
weekend after, she's like, oh, can we go again? Can we go
Yeah,
again?
it was so peaceful. I think we'll definitely make sure that we hit that up again. But yeah, so you can rent or you can bring your own. Another fun thing, like you were talking about the fishing, there's 2 fishing platforms. There's a big long pier back there, the silver one, if you can see it.
Back over my head right there.
And
We sent
there's-
B-roll of that.
And then there's another wooden one with steps leading down to it on just a stone's throw away here, and that's down from the picnic table, and that's where the kids came fishing this summer with their grandparents. I thought that was so fun.
Yep, and they actually caught fish.
They did.
And they sent us pictures.
And they played with
had
worms.
A big day. Oh yes, I think that was the biggest experience for them, was playing with the worms.
Yeah, so lots of water sporting activities. So let's move on to the next activity.
So we're on our way to look at some of the hiking and biking trails, and we found, or we actually knew about, this particular pavilion here that is brand new, newly built, and for picnicking. And look at that amazing view you get when you picnic here at Carvins Cove. This little amphitheater area, you kind of hear it echoing probably a little bit, and that's because we got an amphitheater made out of these huge boulders right behind us here.
It's beautiful. So there's 2 large picnic pavilions and lots of picnic tables just nestled into the trees here. And like you said, this boulder amphitheater is wonderful.
Yeah, they've got charcoal grills, so you can do
yeah.
hot dogs, burgers, chicken, your big old mushrooms if you're vegetarian.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
a
got
good idea.
options out here.
And one of my favorite things to do is picnicking. So again, you could spend all day here doing various activities. Stop, have a picnic lunch or dinner, cook out, bring your friends, hang out, and then keep going. So you don't have to stop. There's lots of clean restroom facilities too, so that's important.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know about you. Anytime I'm around water, whether I'm swimming or just around water, I get famished. I'm so hungry all the time.
I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that since we just talked about restrooms. So I'm glad. I'm glad you didn't. All right,
Only
let's
your
move
mind
on.
went there.
I know. Let's move on.
All right, so now it's time to hit the trails. Finally, we have enjoyed our time by the water. However,
and we're still by the water, actually.
yeah, as we're cruising on down the trail here. So we need to talk about mountain biking, right?
Yes.
So Roanoke area is known as the East Coast mountain biking capital of America. So kudos to us for that one.
know.
And one of the reasons is because of Carvins Cove. There are 30 some odd trails here, over 50 miles of trails, and they are all sorts of difficulty. They can be super easy, like a 1/4 mile trail, or there's even ones that are 9 miles total. So
Yes.
you can get your mountain biking jam on here no matter what level you are when it comes to that. And me, I'd probably take the 1/4 mile.
The the easy trail.
The easy trail.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, and I love the trails seem to be upkept really well from what we've heard too. We're not a big mountain biking, but that's something you wanted to look into, isn't it?
I did, but I mean, I used to ride my bike all the time when I was a kid, right? And we had this conversation. My tush can't take it anymore. My bum just hurts too bad whenever I ride the bike too long. So
Maybe you can try again.
maybe I get one of those like air ride suspensions, really thick seat. Any recommendations, you let me know in the comments,
Yeah,
okay?
And if you don't have a bike, like we don't have a fancy mountain bike,
No.
you can rent some. There's a lot of outfitters here around the valley that you can rent mountain bikes from. So let me tell you about a few popular trails, and I'm going to read these out because there's a bunch, and you're going to want to take notes too. So some of the more popular trails, the first one is the Gauntlet. It's a 2-mile, 1,000-foot trail that leads either downhill towards the reservoir or ascends uphill toward Heidi Ho Trail. So the Heidi Ho Trail is a winding 1.5-mile trail. It's got multiple up and down elevation changes and curves, and it connects directly to the Gauntlet, and you can walk straight out to the Bennett Springs parking lot. That's that other access area we had talked about.
Sure is.
Rattling Run is another popular one, and it's accessible from Bennett Springs, and it's considered one of the toughest trails in the reservoir. It's 2.28 miles, and it leads directly to Songbird, which is an easier trail.
Yeah, and so if you're gonna be on that, you wanna make sure you hydrate well, and you got some good old protein bars, and you eat a good breakfast before you come out and
That's
do
right.
that hard one like that.
Well, I was saying Songbird might be right up your alley. This is the fastest trail in the reservoir, and it's nearly 2 miles long, but it's not very difficult. And it's a fun ride that makes you feel like you're just flying. OG is a steep, this is the last one. There I am. And OG is one of the last more popular trails. It's a steep downhill trail that's known for having the best jumps at the cove. It's only a 1/2 mile long, but it's a must ride if you're looking for adventure and an adrenaline rush, and you can catch some air. Did that sound official?
Yeah, sounded
Okay.
official, sounded like fun to me. If I was mountain biker aficionado, I'd be all over it. So let us know your favorite trail out here. Great news is that all the biking trails we have here in Carvins Cove, they're also, except for one, you can hike as well.
Yes.
So, and you've got multiple levels of intensity and elevations and all that stuff based on what you're looking for. And you can walk, you can run, etc. And one of the great things we love is coming out here with our life group from church, and you've got all sorts of age ranges as far as the adults as well as the children. And we're on Happy Trail right now, which is where we are today filming. And it was a super easy walk. It's nice and wide. The kids got to go and find some frogs. They played with frogs and talked about warts and frogs peeing and all that good stuff. So now that's the fun stuff you get to have out here in nature, right?
And lots of little streams and creeks that the kids can play on and play with the rocks and stuff. But yeah, this is one of the easier trails. The trails range from about 2 to 3.5 for the easier trails, but then there's some much longer ones like Happy Valley, which is what we're on, and Brushy Mountain. That's like 6 to 10 miles long. So that would be a nice long distance jog, or hey, walk your dog. Your dog would love to be out here. You see that we've got a lot of mature trees, so there's a nice canopy. In the fall and in the summer even, it's relatively cool. It feels very refreshing.
Yeah, dogs need to be on a leash though, so you want to make sure you follow the rules on that so you don't get in trouble.
And then, so just wanted to talk through, like you said, with mountain biking, you can hit all the trails that we just talked about in mountain biking. You can walk those. But some of the most commonly walked trails with moderate level of difficulty include Tinker Creek and also lakeside trails. And Gauntlet and Rattling Run are likely the most popular hiking trails, and they're rated extremely difficult. Not just difficult, but
And what does that mean?
extremely difficult. They check in at about 2 miles long, and it's uneasy terrain and lots of changing elevations, my note says.
Yeah, so
So
it's kind of a hiking and rock climbing at the same time, maybe, would be my guess. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking, at least.
maybe you hike these longer trails and then work up to that. That sounds good, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're still on trails, and let's not forget about our larger four-legged friends, which would be... what?
The horses.
The horses, yes.
This is a great trail system for equestrian and horseback riding, so they can enjoy this shaded trail, for the most part shaded, and then just take a gentle trot through the woods.
Well, I wonder, is trotting in the equestrian world, is that slow, or is that mid-pace, or what? And then you can either get a daily pass or you can get an annual pass as well. So
that's right.
You do have the opportunity, if you're going to come out here and ride the extensive trail system on the equestrian side, you know, you might want to think about getting an actual annual pass, because it looks like it would pay off based on our numbers really, really fast for you.
Yeah, and horses are so beautiful. I wish we could pass one now, just how majestic they are and calming. And I imagine riding one through this nature would just be such an experience. So yeah, bring your horses, bring your dogs, bring your bike, bring your kayak, bring your fishing pole, bring your picnic. Bam.
Wow.
That's a full day.
That is a full day, or a full weekend, you know. Camp nearby and come on back over the next day. Wow, it's been a beautiful day here in Roanoke Valley, Virginia here, and we are so anxious to go explore ourselves, right?
So are we done?
I think so.
I'm itching to go kayaking. So I'll see y'all later. Y'all stay tuned for the next video.